There was an awful game that I watched last night. I am done with the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is dead. The NFL needs to kill it. They need to stop playing it because not only is it an embarrassment to the NFL, it's an embarrassment to flag football, which, by the way, is going to be an Olympic sport coming up here in the 28 Olympics. It is embarrassing to see guys going out there, walking around, going through the motions. Micah Parsons wheeling around on his little buggy half the time in the middle of plays. It is a laughable product that I just don't know why the NFL still puts it out there. It's unnecessary, and it is going to get somebody hurt, actually, because they're goofing around, acting like a bunch of fifth graders, but not even trying hard. I would actually see fifth graders trying harder down the street at the middle school than I would in that game last night.
Yeah, the problem with it is it's bad in like so many ways. It was bad from the time they picked the roster, right? Because there's guys on the roster. I mean, they were working their way down to Justin Fields to come play in the Pro Bowl. Shadur Sanders played in the Pro Bowl, right? He was there, and it was cool from like a celebrity perspective. Like, it's good to have him there. You know, he's a good story for the game, but it's terrible in the sense of guys who are probably far more deserving not making the team. And those things go into like long-term voting with like Hall of Fame and stuff that we're going to talk about later. Like, it's important to be a Pro Bowler, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But on a flag football standpoint, man, I gotta talk to the camera real quick, because flag football, guys, I don't know if we've talked about it a ton. It's something I still do and participate in at a very high level for flag football. Obviously, it's not the NFL, but I play in the national tournament every year with guys and against guys who were NFLers as recently as a couple years ago. This is not the flag football that we play. This is what we talk about, like it's in the group chat right now, and we are all so frustrated because we do want the game to grow, and there is so much opportunity and room for the game to grow. And I think it's going to be happening on a younger level. As like, I know myself, I have a mom. My mom got sisters. She didn't want her kid getting hit in the head as a young kid. The same thing with my aunts. They won't let my cousins play until a certain year. This is a great way for kids to start to acclimate themselves to a great game and do it in a safer way. And I think the NFL has put a conscious effort into really growing this game to the point where they've made it an NFL sport. I mean, an Olympic sport. And don't get it twisted. Without the NFL's, backing, this does not become an Olympic sport. Right. And it's going to be, they're putting a ton of time into bringing flag football players from Team USA, both male and female, to these things and putting them out there for exhibits. They play at halftime at a lot of these games. And it sucks because the game that we play and the game that these USA kids play is far more competitive than that. And I just want to see them play each other one time. It'll be a shootout. The NFL guys would probably win, but when you see how hard they play, it remind me of remember we saw one quarter of it in the NBA All-Star game about 10 years ago, where the guys took it serious, and you're like, wow, there's so much there. Yeah. There's so much there.
Yeah. It's this play specifically, I remember this happened to be the 5 minutes because I couldn't watch much longer. Joe Burrow actually gets the ball back, makes a move here, and they were talking about how he juked out Kevontae Turpin. He didn't juke out anybody. Kevontae Turpin just watched him run by because he didn't want to get embarrassed, and they just let him go in. They were talking about Joe Burrow's jets. I'm like, no, those aren't jets. That's just a defense that is not trying at all. It makes everyone look bad. It makes the broadcasters look bad. It makes the players look bad. I actually like the skills competition better, and I think actually they try a little bit harder when they have the quarterbacks throw at the targets, kind of old school style when they're coming across, or you have receivers make catches. But that game is like an MTV Rock and Jock, flag football game.
Yeah, even the MTV Rock and Jock, those were fun when I was growing up, though. I used to love those. But if you're going to do that, then do that. Get some celebrities involved. You know what I mean? Let them play with these guys. But it's tough, man, because there is so much there. Because to see the athletic ability of these guys and the catches that they could make and just how much fun it would be. It's a hard sport to play at full speed when you're just coming off a season anyway. But to ask these guys to get engagement, I don't know what it is, at how you get them excited about it. It's not like basketball where you can pit them against the world and they start to have some pride in their country and go from there. But it is hard, man. I don't know. Like I always say, though, it starts with the best players. I don't know who those guys are even. It's a weird thing, right? In the NBA, LeBron he's still around. Granted, he's not my favorite, but he does have a hold of the ear of the younger players. Same with the CP3s. Same with the Kevin Durant's, right? They say something, the younger guys, adhere to it. Do you feel like there's guys like that in the NFL? Like guys who could go to the Pro Bowl right now and like I think Aaron Rodgers is like an elder statesman. I don't know that if he says like, guys, let's do this right.
No, there's not. The game has passed that era by, especially when, they don't use pads anymore. It's flag football. So they kind of set the tone of this isn't our sport. It's a different sport. And I love flag football. I think it's great. As you mentioned, a lot of youth are playing. Girls flag football is blowing up right now. Nebraska just announced they're having a D1 Power 4 level program where they are going to give scholarships. They already offered a girl. So I think it is great, but it's just a different sport than tackle football, which is my question. Why do they still have it?
But you know what's so funny? It's if you were to get a bunch of NFL guys to train together in the offseason in shorts and T-shirts and do one-on-ones,
they go
harder. Hard as crap.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think it even is a matter of like the contact because you could get these guys invested and working hard somehow or some way. It could be a great time. I just don't understand what it is, man. It's they don't take it serious. I think NBA sort of ruined the whole All-Star game thing for me, period. When guys are getting 200 points a game and they're trying this crazy stuff, it's silly. So
yes, and they need to take it out of any player's contracts. The bonuses for making the Pro Bowl, it should be all pro. That should be the bonus, and maybe they do need a second team all pro so that guys can get those bonuses if they are truly hurt and they can't play in the Pro Bowl itself. But they need to come up with a better system to that.